Crime is everywhere. A woman walking down the road is robbed by a man that snatches her handbag. A man heads to the car to drive home after closing from work, only to feel a cold hollow metal at his back. It's a gun. He hears a faint whisper, "Give me your car keys now." And without any form of resistance, he hands them over to the robber. And just like that, he has been robbed of his dear possession. He stands there in shock, watching as his car disappears into the night darkness. Another man gets home and discovers that some of his home appliances are missing. TV, laptop, home theater, and some other electronics. Someone surely got inside. But then, he notices the back door is opened. Someone broke in and escaped before getting caught. Home burglars did this. The house have been burgled by home burglars. One week later, another crime unfolds. You head to the bank to make some cash deposit. A young, beautiful lady attends to you inside the bank as a cashier. She hands you a form. It's a deposit slip. While you are busy filling the form, you hear a sound that distracts you. It's a gun click. You see a man holding a pistol moving toward the crowd. 4 other armed men are not far away. Panic, fear, and chaos quickly erupts. One gang member quickly tries to gain control as he yells, "Everyone, get on the floor now!" You stand there like a statue, still trying to process what is going on. But one gang member walks towards your direction and turns his attention to the cashier as he yells, "Hey you, give me all your money!" You snap back to reality. This is an armed robbery operation and you are right in the middle of it all. These scenarios reveals crime escalating from bad to worse. There have been a surge in crime rate for the past 55 years, from 1971 to date. According to the World Population Review, top 5 countries in the world with the highest crime index include Venezuela, Papua New Guinea, Haiti, Afghanistan, and South Africa. Venezuela ranks the highest, having a crime index of 80.7 and safety index of 19.3, while South Africa ranks the lowest with a crime index of 74.7 and safety index of 25.3. These figures are way lower in comparison to 55 years ago. In the early 70s, it was an era of a man many will not remember. He engaged in car theft, burglary, and robbery. He laughed at death itself. This is the story of a notorious criminal mastermind, an armed robber, Dr. Ishola Oyenusi. Many rich men who ride in big cars are thieves. They were lucky not to be caught in their attempt to get rich. Those are the words of Ishola Oyenusi while making his confession moments before being executed. His words shed light on his childhood life. Growing up in Araromi, Oketipupa, Ondo State, where his father and mother struggled to earn a living and further his education. He completed his primary education but was unable to complete his secondary school education because his parents were unable to afford it. He dropped out of school but envied his peers and other kids that had the opportunity of still going to school. He also envied wealthy people. In his mind, he wanted their lifestyle. Driving in big cars, owning big houses and other properties, receiving praise and attention from people, and having special privilege because of a person's financial status. He was determined to have it all by any means. His childhood was hard due to financial limitation of his parents. But as Oyenusi grew up, he started mingling with friends that were involved in criminal activities like burglary, carjacking, car theft, fraud, scams, and armed robbery. He terrorized his victims and killed them, which earned him the nickname Dr. Rob and Kill. Regardless, Oyenusi wanted more. His hometown in Ondo did not have the wealth he wanted, but Lagos did. It became the country capital in 1959, and many industrial companies were moving their headquarters there. It was a port state where most of the country's foreign exchange happened. Big companies, big men, and wealth was there, which opened a new window of opportunity for Oyenusi and his gang. They wanted to make a big catch, but the big fish is in Lagos, so they moved to Lagos. But Lagos is a new environment, different from his hometown in Ondo State. It was very busy. Oyenusi and his gang quickly get to work planning their next heist. Retired Police Inspector Joseph Itoto Ogondo, who was among the crack team of police detectives that eventually arrested the notorious robber, Dr. Ishola Oyenusi and his gang, tell us more about the WAHUM robbery and how Dr. Oyenusi and his gang were arrested. The growing number of robbery cases and burglary created a SARS police unit in the 70s. By then, the Commissioner of Police, Joseph Adiola, created a team made up of detectives led by Superintendent of Police. There is a robbery incident where a young police constable, who was just 6 months in service, was shot dead at Ikeja. It is in connection with a company called WAHUM, owned by one of the Asian countries in Allen Avenue. The company went to seek police protection to help convey their staff monthly salary, so a constable was assigned to accompany the staffs to the bank to withdraw the cash. He then escorted them back. Coming from the bank to the company, the security was hesitant to open the gate for them to drive in. This angered the police constable on escort duty, and he went to meet the gateman to ask him why it was causing delay to open the gate for the vehicle to drive in. At that point, armed robbers opened fire and killed him on the spot, while the remaining bank officials scampered for safety into the company premises. The robbers went straight to the vehicle, fired at the booth, got it open and took the cash box containing £10,000 meant for workers' salary and drove off immediately. Following the robbery incident, the matter was reported to the police immediately. There is a building called the Lion Building in Lagos that houses the control room. The control room called the robot car filled with communication gadgets to look out for the robbers. But before the robbery incident, a case involving car snatching was reported to happen along Ikorodu Road at gunpoint. Upon investigation, it was discovered that same car was the one used by the robbers to get away at the WAHUM gate. While the investigation commenced, arrests were being made. At the same time, also, the Commissioner of Police constituted a squad from the SARS and provided a separate police station so that they can specialize on armed robbery cases. In the course of investigation, the police found out that the members of the gang came from different parts of the country, some in the west, midwest, and some from the east. And in the robbery gang was a Ijebu boy who happened to be their driver in all their robbery operation. There was another gang member known as Daokpa, who was the hammerer and in whose house the proceeds of each robbery were shared. While carrying out further investigation, all gang members and their accomplices were arrested, including the administrative officer of WAHUM company. They all gave useful information during their interrogation. The only person left was Dr. Oyenusi. In fact, the gang revealed during their interrogation that Oyenusi was their leader and he was still out there. Information filtered to the police that Oyenusi was seen somewhere in Ibadan, making them quickly mobilize there. A commercial sex worker he usually patronized confirmed he was there. In total, 8 number of convicts faced death sentence by firing squad. Before the firing was carried out, the military governor of Lagos State, Brigadier Mobolaji Johnson, signed the execution warrant. They were then tied to the stakes and executed by firing squad.